Let's be honest. Have you ever been excited for a whole wheat bread only to bite into something that is dense or dry? Well, what if I told you that you could bake Trinidadian style hops bread, but you get to make a better quality than the store bought bread or even bakeries right at home? It's unbelievably soft, fluffy, and delicious every single time. Hops bread is that classic iconic roll from Trinidad and Tobago. You know, the one that is slightly crisp when it's out of the oven hot, and when you break into it, it's incredibly soft. Your days of buying expensive hops bread is over. Let's make it. We have all our simple and inexpensive ingredients ready. Let's make an amazing product. Into a bowl, we are going to add our whole wheat flour. If you don't have whole wheat flour, you can use wheat bran and white flour. Active dry yeast, brown sugar, and we are adding salt. Brown sugar gives really nice color to the bread, and you want to break up all the sugar and the salt to distribute it along with the yeast inside of the flour before adding some fat, which we are using some margarine. You can use 100% butter if you wish. Distribute the butter by breaking it up into the flour. This gives a really nice crispy top of the bread at the end of the baking process. Now it's time to add our water. We are using lukewarm water as it activates the yeast very fast. Add water gradually as you go along, because you can add water but you cannot take away water. Just enough to give you the perfect texture. The kneading motions in this recipe are very important. I grew up learning that how you treat the bread, you get the outcome. If you treat the recipe with love, the recipe will give you lovely bread. If you don't treat the recipe with love and care, well, my friends, what you put in is what you will get back. These motions that I'm using to mix is allowing the gluten to come in very fast, because I am mixing this for 8 minutes. You want to clean the sides of your bowl. The same motions that are done in a mixer or a bread machine. I tend to follow these exact motions, and sometimes before even 8 minutes, I have the perfect mix. The gluten has been fully developed, and we are at the third stage of dough development. Roll it into a ball, cover it with plastic wrap, and we're going to let this sit on the counter and rise for about 50 minutes. After 50 minutes, this is what we have. Pour your dough on the countertop. And we are going to divide these up into 12. You can use a food scale to divide them, or you can simply eyeball them. But whichever method that you use, you should be able to get at least 115 grams per bread roll. If you are going to eyeball the size, these pieces are way too big. You want them smaller than this. Roll them into a ball. Another reason for rolling them same or similar sizes, because they are going to brown evenly and they are going to bake around the same time. If you see the hype button at the bottom of the screen, please press it. And we are going to place these on a baking sheet. If you have gotten this far into the video, give the video a thumbs up, which helps my YouTube channel to grow by reaching more people, to help me grow and to make better content. When you place them on the baking sheet, you want to make sure that you allow at least 1.5 inches of space so that they can rise close to touching each other. Cover them with plastic wrap again, and we're going to allow them to rise for another 45 minutes. One tip you can use to get them to rise faster is placing them on top of the stove while the oven is heating up. After 45 minutes, this is what we have. They should be close to touching each other so that they touch each other in the oven. They should be jiggly to the touch. Bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes, and then you increase the temperature to 360 degrees Fahrenheit for another 15 minutes or until golden brown. When they come out of the oven, they should look like this. The top of the bread should be crispy, which tells you that they are ready for some salted, melted butter on top and inside. Within a few minutes after you have brushed them, The bread should be nice and soft while maintaining the crispy exterior. Within 2 hours, the entire bread will be very soft and buttery. I have written the full recipe down in the description box. You can check that out. The hops bread should be nice and soft. It should sound very hollow inside, which tells you that you have a very light bread. It should also have a very beautiful golden all the way around. I used these to make some chicken sandwiches for my family, which was very delicious. We have now come to the end of our recipe. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up, a subscribe. Help me to grow my YouTube channel by sharing. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and see you in another one of my recipes.